Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Hypergamous Journey. My name is Denise. Today, I want to talk about, I was invited to a relative's home, and I want to share with you my experience. I want to share with you my experience with visiting them. And this is not about my relatives, but it's about their guests. My relatives were very inviting and warm to me, as they always are, but a couple of their guests were a little rude to me. So my cousin invited me over to their home for like a cookout, and she told me not to, she said very casual. So I said, okay. I did a video about, when they tell you not to dress up. So I'll link it in the description. So I said, okay. But I had a rehearsal to go to at church, and Sunday was going to be the holiday program. So I dressed like, okay, so I wear yoga pants too, just like everybody else, but I choose the very limited constraints for myself on where I wear my yoga pants, and church is not one of them, and to cookouts is not one of them. Prior to hypergamy, I would have done that, but now I'm not doing that anymore because I want to look my best wherever I go. And lots of women, young and old, or young and mature, are just wearing, their yoga pants and whatever. No judgment here, but I'm not doing that anymore. So I came in an outfit that I like, and it was dressier than the people there. Not a dressy outfit, but, more dressy than the people and what they wore. Men wore jeans and baseball caps, and women wore stretchy clothing, yoga pants, sneakers. Sneakers, we call them in New York. Tennis shoes, they call them here in Georgia. So, but you get the point. Athletic wear. That's what it is. They wore athletic wear. I did not. So I said my hellos. So this is about married. Everybody was partnered or knew or came together. I was the only one who came in single, as a single person walking up. Everybody else either came with someone else or a group of people. So this one couple in particular, as I was getting out of my car, they were getting out of theirs. So I walked to the house. They came in after me. And the wife did something that was really rude. So I didn't sit at the first table because there was people there already. And at the end of that, they had these rectangular tables. So at the end of the table was a bunch of junk piled up. I don't even know what it was, but I was like, well, this might belong to them, so I'm not going to move it or anything. And they seemed to be sitting there okay on their end. And maybe they scooted all of the stuff that was on the table down to that end. So, and they looked like they came together. I think they were related, like, cousin, aunt, and niece, and an older person. So, yeah. And my cousin introduced me to them. So I sat at the next table, and I was sitting there alone and facing the entrance to the garage, because it started to rain, so everybody was in the garage. So I was facing the garage opening, so when you came in, you could see me on the other side of a rectangular table. So the woman and the couple and their daughter that had come in at the same time I did, they came in after me. The woman, the wife, took a chair that was at my table or the table next to me, and turned the chair and sat so that her back was to me. She took the chair and turned it so her back was to me. believe it. I was like, wow, why did she do that? That's very rude. Because usually if somebody's sitting at a table and it's a gathering, you pull your chair up and you say, you know, can I join you? Or you just join them and you know nobody's there. You just sit down and start chatting with them. But she didn't do that. She took the chair, turned it in a way where her back faced me. And then her 20-something-year-old daughter took a chair and did the same thing. Then her husband came and his chair, he pulled his chair so that he was facing his wife and his daughter, but he had a full view of me. And when he was talking, he was giving me eye contact. Nothing disrespectful or rude, but just including me through his eye contact in the conversation. So another woman who, and all these people are all from New York City and have retired to Georgia. I'm from New York too, so all of us retired from New York, New Jersey, down to Georgia. And these people seem to be like within the last 5 years. You know, they retired from their New York jobs and moved to Georgia. So another couple, another wife, she sat at the end of my table, and then she began to include me in the conversation by giving me eye contact. So I said to myself, okay, this woman deliberately positioned her seat so that I had her back and she wouldn't have to have conversation with me. And this is the same woman who earlier, like 5 minutes before she actually took a seat, saw me and said, I really like your hair, or your hair is nice. Something like that. And I said, thank you. So I thought, well, maybe we can have a little conversation or something and, you know, exchange pleasantries, because that's usually how women kind of get started talking to each other, giving each other compliments. Or if you're the friendly type, you might not do that. You just might start, you know, hello, how you doing? You know, come sit here. You don't have to sit over there by yourself. That's what I would do. That's my personality. I see somebody come alone. I'm at a table with my family, peeps or whatever, and they're by themselves in his room. I'm just like, come on over. And I'm Denise, and this is this, and this and this, and this. And then, you know, we all sitting around having a conversation at the same table. But I also know everybody doesn't do that. So I had my feelings about it, honestly. And it's like, I know it's not about me personally. So when people do those kinds of things, it's not about me personally or you personally. Whatever the slight is, it's about how they're feeling about you. So it's not you. It's not you. It's not me. It's how they're feeling about you. So anyway, where I would stay a long time for hours and stuff, I made it very brief. I stayed 2.5 hours and I came for my cousins. And, you know, it's getting darker earlier. I got there about 3:30. So by 5:30, I was saying goodbye to everybody so I could get on up the road, because it takes me about 45 minutes or an hour from there to get home, you know, and round trip is 2 hours. So anyway, I shared it with my best friend, and she said that she understood because it's happened to her. It's happened to her. And another observation I had was that these wives are not cherished. And maybe, you know, long-term marriages, you know, the cherishing goes out the door. I'm not really sure. I've never been married, but they weren't cherished. You know, one woman, not the rude woman, but the one who was at the end of my table and including my conversation, her husband had a stroke. So she was kind of up and at it, you know, getting him this and getting him that. And he was walking on his own, but, you know, you could tell something had happened. I thought maybe he broke his leg or something, or hip, but he had a stroke. So he was without cane or anything, but he was walking a little bit, and she was getting up and trying to, you know, was assisting him with getting something to eat. And the tone in which he was talking, where's the fish? Where's the fish? And she would jump up and go get the fish. And then, You know, if you've been married before for a long time, please help me with this, because I come with humility. I'm just talking about my personal observation. And I've been observing married couples for a damn long time. Long-term married couples. And the women are just not cherished. That's all I can say. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. The women do not appear to be cherished. I remember I was dating a guy many, many years ago. And he was definitely different in that when we went places and I met his family and their family functions, he would ask me if I wanted a plate. He would ask me if I wanted a refill on my drink. And when I got up, I would do the same for him. So there was that respect between us. But what I noticed is that the married couples who had been together for God knows how long, they weren't doing that for each other. The husband, he'd just get up and get what he wanted. Now, the wife might ask him if he wanted something because she was getting up. But he wasn't asking her crap. He would just get up, get his thing, and then before you know it, 5-10 minutes later, she got up to get what she wanted. And I just knew I didn't want that. I don't want to be the maid for my man, my husband. I want it to feel like we're doing this, we're in this together. You want something, babe? I'm getting up. I'll get it for you. And then for me, I want my husband to do the same. It's like, babe, what you want? I'm going up to get some more, you know, another beer, whatever it is. That's just my take on it. But there have been a few times in my life where I've seen the man do that, where he acts like he really loves his wife. And they've been together 30, 40 years. And he has not forgotten how to treat her. So I'm thinking, you know, maybe this is something that women have to like train the men on. I don't know. I don't claim to know everything, y'all. I don't claim to know everything. But I do know when I see a woman being cherished by her husband and when she's being, you know, treated like a damn servant or taken for granted. Maybe that's a better word. But like I said, I don't know everything. So if you can shed some light on that, you know, with me, for me, share some knowledge, that would be wonderful. Okay, that's it. I will see you in the next video. Bye.